screens, and that to me is looking like the player spawn island. Apologies once again for the delay on this, guys. You have to understand there is a ton of people on the island. 71 currently inside the server, and all you're going to be hearing are people just kicking the hell out of each other now while they wait to get in the plane and start to dive out onto the island. Now, Pansy, straight off the back, can I get a guesstimate of where this plane is going to be coming in from? It's completely random. Go on, give me a guess. What do you think? Or what would you like to see?
For me, I want to just straight down the map, right?
Straight down the middle.
You know, north to south, everything's available and comfortable to go to. Or something incredibly polarizing. One safety go-to or a likely go-to, like when it goes over Novo and then over to George, you get the two kind of higher milli areas. I'd like that. But who knows? This is all up in the air. No one's defining where these circles go, where the plane goes. This is what it's about. 4 seconds left, Sims. This one's about to kick off.
All up in the air. I like the punt there. You kind of dropped it in. I did catch it. So here we go then. And we are coming in from...
Dun, 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 dun. Just gotta wait for the plane to appear on the map.
There it is.
Okay, so things are available here. This is nice. All right. So for me, the big theory is how many people are brave enough to go School, Rozhok, maybe Milter. Eyes towards that. They'll be able to jump out any second. Now you've got Severny up for grabs, and look at the drops coming in. Now we could see long swings to George. That's available. Even just by going default, you don't need to pop your shoe early on that. That's still within range, as is Yasnaya, as is Pachinki. We've got it all up for grabs. Millibase might be a little longer, as is Primorsk. Unlikely we'll see it, but there's the spread. Let's see if we've got some long shoots going on. Severny might be a little busy to start with. We might have to keep our eyes on that.
A few people dropping down in Severny, everyone else spreading out across the map. Plenty of people moving over to George Towers as well on Upper George. There'll be plenty of loot for those people, and of course you have the apartments and have the flats, but a good spread. Chappie and a few others. This end late game, nobody moving into Miller by the looks of it. I think that was the last player to dive out.
I would like to see the guys who went towards Milter, rather than looting there, head towards the road, get a car, the likelier ones. It looks like Liquid and Cloud9 might be doing that, which is not too surprising, or at least a couple of players, should I say. So keep eyes on Chappie and Molman. They might be the guys going to Millibase. We'll see if they get in a car pretty soon and head that way. There's going to be a battle for the bridge.
Ninja picking up Mansion on his elf. We'll see Spy Gia moving over to Lapovka as well, so good loot areas for those two players. Stoda moving out kind of into no man's land, just above Yasnaya, but there is a couple of little cheeky hidden houses up there.
Yeah, the compounds you can work through will give you a decent enough loot. We're on board with Hodded right now. That's at the apartments. He's gone to the high value area. Risky play to begin with, bear in mind. No idea who's around you. Nice little Uzi in the pocket, so at least he's got a little bit of kick to deny any quick hits coming through towards him. But it's all about sound for him. He's got to be right on the ball here, listening out for any steps close by, because it's very, very easy to hear things, at least in this environment. And that might actually help him out. But with no helmet, no armor of any sort to be seen, he's very vulnerable for the next X knows how long. Especially
if someone's got a shotgun, because early game, that thing is an absolute tool of destruction. But he does pick up a level 1 bag, and that is pretty good early on, because the amount of times you won't find a bag, you have to leave the meds, you have to leave the Red Bull, you have to leave the stims and everything else that you find, because you simply cannot carry it. We'll grab an ump as well, so he's going to put that on automatic and just try and bait anybody in. But there's no point in rushing apartments this early on unless you're just a bit of a wild and angry player.
But let's bear in mind, no one's actually died yet either.
No.
This is the difference. I think we've all seen, hearing a couple of shots come through now, but the point is that normally in normal games, the high kind of areas of population will have deaths going on. You can see the safety that people are playing with, the mentality they're coming in with is passive, it's cautious, it's pretty calm for now. Level 1'd up now, just needs the vest to supplement it, get it going for himself. We can have a little look elsewhere, and actually we can start seeing down the line where that circle first will be defined towards.
I actually think it landed over Lapovka, if I'm not mistaken. We will bring up a map on the spectator mode in just a second to show you guys exactly at home, and on perpendicular where other people are going to be. There are a couple of people, I think it was Ninja going over to Mansion. If everyone's kind of gone over to that side of George, though, they're going to be meeting each other on the way over. If it is over on that side where I mentioned at Lapovka, they're going to have to move on across and just unfortunately be matching each other, and there we go. So, not dead center of the map, just off to the right-hand side. But again, everyone on this 50%, everyone on the side, the D column, all the way on the left-hand side, has to match one another.
So we also saw the winner of the race to Millie. There was a good couple of players landing down this way, and it's Molman who made it there. Obviously a Liquid player, so he's going to have that all to himself. No one else has gambled on this, but then again, it could have been a limited car spawn. There may have only been one buggy or something along those lines. You've got to expect level 2s throughout minimum for this guy, decent setup, everything else-wise. So there's not going to be much action on him, but he's going to be geared to the teeth, and the circle's not bad either. He might have to consider the cross back eventually. Boats could be a play for him down the line. Nice little 8 times. Not exactly what you want on a shotgun or your MP, but he's going to find a rifle pretty soon.
Yeah, I'll grab that rifle. There's always plenty of them down here. And when he does, did he please don't tell me he just left the meds? I didn't quite catch it. It was a little bit quick, but never mind. There's going to be plenty more down here in the Millie base. We'll try and hop on board with somebody else to show you exactly where people are spread out around, because he's just going to be down here. Easy loot for him, easy pickings. No one else to challenge him whatsoever, I don't believe. I think he was the first one there. Level 2, no helmet as of yet. But, oh, here we go. Now Dessler coming in. One will drop. So Drassel, Luminosity's Drassel will be taken down. Adren takes out Hucksterben as well by an SKS. So Sniper already in play and in the hands of Adren.
I'm honestly not surprised to see those guys going for the aggressive kills to begin with. If, you know, the Adrens, the Flums, they like that play. And let's see, yeah, that was going down towards Rozhok, kind of the little compound to the east. A nice follow-up, a nice supplement to actually going through Rozhok. And you can see Lex and Adren are very near each other. So they clearly do know they like this play. I wonder if Adren's actually going to hunt him down in the end. And that could be a battle to go through. But for now, you can see the good spread. Nice play coming out from, it looks like one of the Cloud9 players as well, down towards Primorsk. That's a very clean area. The drop was nowhere near it. That's the extremity play I like. And again, we'll just keep our eyes on this. Looks like Gassy Mexicans very close by in the farm as well. Lots of possible action here. Bit of a car chase coming through. Lots going on throughout this map.
You mentioned down on this C9 player just moving in Primorsk as well. That's going to be Sweater now. He's one of the guys that is very vocal about third person. Obviously, we see discussions, the difference between first person, third person, and look at that crate. That is dead center of the circle. So plenty of people will be moving into that very, very soon.
All right, we've got Oshi7, who's normally partnered up with Serenity. This guy's Daisy classic player. He's one of the guys you'll know for a while, but there's Ninja over in the match. You're going to see the cars approaching as well. He's going to hear this one. Level 1 helmet, it looks like, with a level 2 vest. Got an AR, level 3 backpack, so he's relatively well sorted. Does he hear the gun? Or excuse me, the car going past? I think he has. You can see the crouch coming in.
He's the kind of player to chase them.
Yep.
He's a very, very super aggressive, hyper-aggressive player that if he sees a car, he's going to aim out the window. He's going to take pot shots. Nobody else has pushed him on. Level 3 backpack, level 2 chest, only a level 1 helmet, so he needs to find a level 2 as soon as he can. But as you mentioned, Pansy, he does have this 16 for the long range. He does have this Uzi as well if anyone wants to come up close and personal. If you get the stock on that thing, it's disgusting. Up close and personal, and Uzi will absolutely shred you. Opts to change it out for a shotgun.
Ooh. Now, Psy Syndicate was one of the original winners of the Survivor games many a moon ago on DayZ. Bit of an armor classic as well. Bit, you know, abrasive in the community currently. Certainly a little bit out there, but he's having the battle at the moment. That's just kind of on the side of Georgia Pole crates. That's just moving out by the first bridge. So again, going through the bandages, chunking through that, going to get his HP back up. And it looks as though he's in a bit of a fight on the other side as well. So that was the engagement that's defined this, but you can see already a bit of a passive move coming out, a readjustment from the other player, going to fall back, find a new angle to work from. Only a red dot, no additional zeroing this, but you're going to see the shots coming through. Again, not landing the shot he needs. He's actually being dominated in this one. Armor's still good, helmet's still good, but that AK is being put to work, and on the other side, it's winning out.
And that's going to be Mithrin from the Turkish team. Full Turkish squadron here.
Look,
very,
the chat have been going on about this guy,
yeah?
So I'm seeing why already. This guy is landing great shots, even though I guess you could argue that Psy Syndicate has the cover to play in, bit a bit of a nuisance. That guy's dealing with it well.
But he's only got a red dot and an AKM. I mean, fair enough, you can make it work. However, I didn't realize on the opposing side of Mithrin, he doesn't have a helmet. Whether he's got it knocked off or not, I don't know, but he's certainly watching his back. Yep. He'll be a hop, skip, and a jump, and there you go. Here comes a jump, but he's going to try and target him anyway. No helmet, nothing around him. Pure aggression and pure braveness, as you mentioned, Pansy. Now he's going to go into the house. Just let him go with. You don't want to give in.
He won't have much ammo left. You can see it down to 5. You don't see much more there. So again, a bit awkward for him. He needs to be a little bit careful on this one and how much he utilizes and how much he works with. Again, though, you can just see him adjusting some bits and pieces. But yeah, the first early skirmishes coming through. We'll see if that kind of unfolds down the line, if it continues this sort of way. But very, very cautious play thus far.
Take a look further down the line, as you mentioned. Moving on to Evermore's POV. What we got here? Level 2 backpack. We got some bits. We got some bats. We got an AKM. We got a shotgun. It's pretty geared up as well as that shotgun, whether or not he's got a choke on it. I'm just having a quick look. He's actually moved across to...
Is he on the spawn island? This is a lovely strat. No, I actually like this.
It can be rough, though.
The fact is that he's not going to have much time up here just purely because of the drop. He probably found a boat around the Severny marker and then moved his way around, or maybe even further northeast. It works, though. By the time you come back in the circle, normally you're in a good position, but already kill's going to come through again. So you're going to see these players really breaking it down now.
Well, look at this on the outskirts in the water. We're going to see one player moving in. Several players have already dove on into Lipovka to try and really take a stance and stamp the ground. And again, he's just going to be up here. He's going to be looting away. He's happy as Larry. It's a little bit sporadic on the gear. That's the only problem for me.
It's generally decent. It's decent enough for the position-wise. You should be able to get enough meds to be able to get you back to land. And the circle's actually good for him too. It's over on the east side of the map. If it's over in Georgia in the south, you're kind of screwed. But I think I've got a bit of a visual here. Yeah, looking at this, you can see the tap shots coming out. Nice control as well. Single fire, no worries. No need to rush it. Boom's got to be a little cautious here as well. I think Eastwood went out 4 times. Is far more viable on this too, but you can see the shake, you can see the nerves, but there's Cross going down. Lovely work from him with that Scar coming true.
Scar does its job, and he'll now opt to turn back and go and dive into his car. Boom, playing off of Team Noble as well. Probably just going to go call and collect, pick up his dead body. Anything he's got on there, looking for some stims, looking for some extra ammunition, and generally anything that he can make use. Remember, this is still early game. We are 64 players still alive. It's only about 10 deaths so far, but now everyone is slowly starting to creep in. And we're looking around, probably around the D and E columns, are where these big battles. You look at Adren, you look at Haughty. These guys are just waiting. They're inside they're inside Rosshawk. There's several other people around there as well. We're going to see Kapowski, going to see Lex. These people are going to be meeting the others that are moving towards the circle. So all this area around the midsection is going to get really dirty really quickly.
Yeah, this is Boom working his way around. Incredibly talented player too, so see how it goes. And you can see what's in these drops here. So M24, any nice sniping abilities here, 8 times to supplement it, and then a melee level 3 vest. But will people be brave enough? That's the thing.
Why do I never get crates like this?
What, do you miss the Tommy gun?
I just usually get a Tommy gun and a coat or a hat or something like that. That's a fully kitted M24. You got ammo, you got the quick draw, you got the scope, and then you've just got a vest to top it off. So it looks like Stoder.
You fancying it?
Could be making a play for it.
Could be watching this as well. You're going to see the shots coming through from Boom. We saw him get into position. Stody's got to be careful as well. He's getting chunked down here. Let's hopefully jump on board with one of these 2 players, because I'd love to see this action. It does seem as though it's converging a little around the drop, but it may not be a full commitment here. Again, third person, you don't need to fully commit. There's Stody making a break for it. Thankfully, you're not on that buggy or on a bike. I guess you can at least get away with a little bit of cover on that one, but it does seem as though he's going to be a little bit more careful now going forward. You can see he's already pre-marked up a place to get to. So he's got, he's got the Scar, he's got a UMP. I imagine he's fine, level 3 vest, so he got away with something there.
Yeah, he's just bailed on that sniper, and he didn't actually know what's in there. Unless he's going to try and turn and face, pull up somewhere, get out, get stim back up, and get topped up to full health, and then work your way back to it. I mean, obviously no one knows what's in it, but it's a damn good crate. We saw Ninja as well, who's just playing the waiting game, playing the Lone Ranger, hoping somebody will just creep on over and he can take them down as well. Because if you actually kill somebody off, when you go over there, not only do you have the crate to yourself, but you've also got the body, you've got the stims, you've got whatever else that player left. As we now move over to Kirby Llama's POV, and we're hearing some bullets dinking on the... In fact, that was the car from previous. So he's getting shot at once again, so...
He's just driving around in the open. He hasn't found much cover either. Again, you are going to see Boom going in for the crate, so he might be able to get away with this one. Yeah, that's a new crate, excuse me. Yeah, so that's brilliant for Boom. Again, I'm not sure what's in there. We'll have to find out, but the crunch is going to happen on the circle now. People are going to have to move themselves in. And you're going to see Hayes racking up the kills. Not too surprising. Boom, what did you get away with? I'm not too sure. I didn't see any additional guns, maybe. Maybe he's not gone for it yet. But yeah, new circle, centralizing towards the map. Not a bad way to go about things, to be fair. I'm glad it's not half in the water or anything like that. So for now, all is well on the Western Front. No more kills coming in just yet. Boom's getting a little angsty. Might be going to have a little look around, see if anyone's close by, and get back in that car that he's hidden so nicely. I
like how he's actually parked it perfectly away, and down comes the crate. It's finally landed next. Has he seen it? Please tell me he can.
He's probably waiting for it to drop, or he's... What? Boom? Boom?
He doesn't see it.
He's not...
He doesn't see it.
That was a freebie.
It landed on his head.
That was an absolute freebie. I'd love to see what was in that just for the sake of it, but still down the line, that can be something to go back to. Chappie right now is... What have we got? Painkillers, level 3 helmet. M249. It's a Marmite sort of gun, I guess.
Does he have a level 1 on though? He has a level 2 helmet. But still, as you mentioned, level 3 though. It's the biggest upgrade you can get when you talk in terms about armor and such, but that feels really bad, man. That literally...
I was just talking about how good Boom is, and he's like, nah, I'm just going to 4x3 this. He's obviously not in 4x3, as you can see, but, gotta love it. All right, readjustment shots coming through. Gotta be careful on this one. Nice adjustment, though. Good little hill cover, and he's going to spot someone out. That's going to be a kill every day of the week. What's going on here? Bit of an awkward switcher. Oh! My word, and yeah, that was Stone Mountain taking down Boom. A bit of an awkward switch out there, do excuse us on that one, but Boom did die. So the awkward switch, the having the wrong gun out, that's a rookie error. He shouldn't be making these. That's the nerves, but here's Big Boy Break, playing the Bushwookie. Break,
Look at
Why do
him.
you like this?
He's just chilling. He's happy. He's going to put a lean on the side as well to make sure he's fully covered up. Put his bag in there and get himself tucked in. But yeah, you mentioned about Boom. He took the aggressive stance, 110%. He heard the dink on the car, so he dived out. He's like, all right, you're going to shoot at me, fam. I'll give you a piece of this. Unfortunately, Stone Martin says, not today, my young child. Takes him down. He gets another kill. Unfortunately, he will be pushed back out to wait to the next server. Meanwhile, Break, well, he's just going to sit here. Why not? What gears he got? Let's have a quick look.
M416, full auto. He's fine enough here right now.
He's happy days.
So Shaq is one of the players you probably don't watch as often. Let's put it that way. But again, we'll see what he can bring to this. UMP looks relatively well geared. You'd hope so at this point. What is this play? And there's the guy coming back in from the island. So that's not too surprising. He's taken a long time to get back off this. He's going to be going chunked through. So hopefully he's given himself enough time to actually get back on this one. The blue is going to be doing a lot of damage at this point, and you're kind of banking on getting a car as well, which is the next layer to this strategy. The circle isn't perfect for him either, so you are hoping you find a car on this road. There are likely spawns, not 100% spawns. There aren't even them in there, but it's not even a high spawn chance at this point, so he's got to be very aware of that.
I'll tell you what, I'm really hoping he's got plenty of meds, because he's got, when he approaches this island, unless he's got a car, he has got a lot of ground to cover. He absolutely 100% needs... Oh, a little bit of an engagement going on. We'll see Steve-O catching one player out in the open. We'll get some shots, try and tag him up. That one player is going to dive back behind a tree, and so be it. But yeah, you just look at that. One helmet and one chest. That could be dangerous, because that player's got an AKM. That is going to hit really, really hard. That helmet's going to get cracked. He's going to get taken down. Not entirely sure what the opposing player has.
It's not even about that. He's got the circle. That's the one bonus. If he has patience, Vicstar could be in trouble. Now, again, it is patience. It is a little bit of that. You've got to hope they don't have nades or just connect that lovely kind of followed shot where you get that perfect spray down. He's got the scar as well, Vicstar. So a possibility. He's going to make the move. He knows he has to. The blue's going to come in and a whiff. Steve-O hit the damn shot, my man. You had the angle. Vicstar's found new cover, adjusting slowly as he goes, but he does need to move eventually. He can stim through it. There's no rush, but if Steve-O has patience, the frag should be his.
And I think he is as well, because he's checking all his corners, make sure no one's creeping up behind him, and so be it. He will opt to move down the hill now. I like this player get a little bit further in. If Vicstar hasn't seen exactly where he is...
Look who's watching from the town. There's other players nearby.
I didn't even see that. So there's someone in... Oh, there's someone in the compound as well. So
and
he needs to be careful himself.
Yep.
See, that player hasn't actually moved, though, so he's not seen him. He might now be going out into the open. But yeah, that's going to be Danzen. If Vicstar's in a really rough spot. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're not going to get pushed by this hill. It's not... This initial circle here is not going to do a great deal of damage. You don't have to be forced out of it, but he's got eyes on the prize. If he moves forward, Danzen could be giving him a bit of a welcome party here.
Yeah, and it looks as though Steve-O's completely unaware of what's happened as well. He's readjusted and kind of lost track of where the players were. You can see the Cloud9 guys racking up the kills. Again, something I predicted at the start of the day, that they're going to be doing pretty well. And it does seem as though Gassy Mexican's gone down, a bit of another streamer, a bit of a personality. You will see a bit of a definition between the kind of more hardcore players in this, but this is Lex we're on board with here. So one of the mythic guys, used to LAN environment, shouldn't be too nervous here, should be able to kind of control himself and keep himself here. Daz as well for the Noble guys. Incredibly good rating, but then again, I was talking about Boom earlier and we saw what happened, so, I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Not only did he miss a crate, but he then got smacked by Stone Mountain as they're walking up. But I'll tell you what, I'm getting a bit triggered by how many people have got level 3 helmets. I don't usually find as many as what some of these players are doing, even in the most wild and just abandoned areas. You're seeing these level 3s coming out of top. I mean, don't get me wrong, they can spawn everywhere, but it's mental. It's absolutely mental. Scar in hand, just chilling away, waiting for someone to creep on by, and this is the solo game. This is all about the late game end. Because you've got to remember how many points are on the line. All right, you get points from killing people, but it's really that late game.
Once you get into the top 50s, which we're aiming at, it goes from 50 points to 60 and then up. 70 is at 30 players remaining. At 20, you start looking at 90 points. So again, it's longevity. Here's Daz again, a relatively well-known player as well, if you're kind of part of the scene. Out in the open, though, he's going to hit the car. Where's that full auto? Show me what you got here. Going to go to the UMP. Interesting choice. I guess you can spam it. Maybe an extended mag. Switches up to the 4 times. Has a little look. But already the player's gone. Nothing more to be seen from that one.
It also depends how much ammunition he's got kicking in the back. Maybe he wants to save it on the 5.56. It does take up quite a lot of room. And you know what? There are plenty of time. Oh, Vicstar still out in no man's land. I don't think Tinkerbell has actually seen him, though, because he's just on the death-led side of that hill. So Vicstar's still going to be able to get away with his life. Tinkerbell's just going to chill here. The smoke grenade coming out and see what she's actually up to. Is she going to make a play? Probably not.
All right, so again, you can see Cloud9. I really hope we get to catch up with where these guys are and where they're playing from. Not too relevant right now because the circles will become a bit of a factor soon. And Break already getting his first kill on the board. So the kind of more favored players are starting to kick into duty. This is where right now. So again, he's been a loot goblin. He's got 50 bandages. I don't think he needs that many, but he only has a Vector. So what is his play? I don't know how he's ended up with such, you know, limited loot, but he's made it work, clearly. I'm not going to dispute that, but here's Vikkstar, level 3, level 1 vest. But again, the capacity coming in from the vest is pretty nice anyway, but he's got the Kar 98 on his back, Scar in hand, running into the circle. He's got a player behind him, but these are the engagements you almost don't want to take. If you're the player behind him, you can't go through this fight while escaping from that blue. Bear in mind that it does get a little bit close on that sort of aspect. You've got to be careful. It does take a while to run through these areas. He's going to be able to take quite a lot of damage as well. And with the pan on the back, if you're shooting him, you've got to make sure that you shoot him dead center because that thing's going to be blocking his ass. Still running away though. Does he have? He doesn't have the greatest of sight. It's only a red dot on the cap. Unless you're going to be up close. Right, that's an upgrade thing that you can have. But bear in mind as well now, keep your eyes on the map and how this crunches together. It takes about almost 3 minutes to run across a full square, the 1,000 meters in this one. And you're going to see the kills coming through. Lex now kicking in, Oshi's still kicking. The guys that we saw it at the start, but Scream's going to be watching Daz go by, and you're going to see this battle really commencing. Two players opposite each other. Hotted's still alive too, so this could be a fun one. He's already eyeing this one up, clearly aware there's a player nearby. Maybe the step's giving it away, maybe not. But Squisha here working his way in. He's gone for the long haul. He's got a run to make. That'll take about, I guess, a minute to go through, so he's got to have a bit of stim there and hope that keeps him alive and well. But Hotted has to be careful. There's an opponent right nearby. You make noise, you expose yourself to the wrong angle, you're screwed. They know exactly where each of their hand is going to be playing these windows. I mean, unless you're going to get a very cheeky headshot on that opponent, it's going to be difficult, honestly. I'd prefer him just to sit back. I mean, it all depends how you want to go. You mentioned earlier on about the bobbing and weaving, never standing still in this. Now, I didn't realize he'd gone for the crate. Yeah. That's an M24. I take it all back. If he cracks this guy in the face, it's good night, Vienna, my friend, and that's why he's applying this one. That's why he's waiting. Oh, tags him up. That is some disgusting damage. 84 damage is always achieved with the M24, so you can see it chunk him down. Need to follow up, that'd be lovely. Oh, that's a special throw. Hotted. I think he just got a little, because he was cooking it for so long, it was just, all right, I'm just going to throw this out the window so I don't kill myself. But yeah, that's a nice switch there over towards the Scar as well. You know that the opposing players can be a little passive now, a little bit more scared, a little bit more nervous. And he has to be very careful. But we're down to 41 players. And look at the circle, guys. Remember, if you're playing this at home, you know there's not normally this many people alive in these circles. Look at this. There's players absolutely everywhere. The outskirts are going to be kicking off. It's going to be setting on fire as we speak. And seeing the kills coming in towards the south there as they're working their way back in. Hotted's still just trying to stay alive, try and be smart about this. But again, fights will be breaking out everywhere right about now. If I had the player on the other side, I'd be obviously pushing that circle, waiting till it forces Hotted out of the way. Because fair enough, he does have a scat, as you mentioned. But that M24, if you can kill this guy, not only do you take a very dangerous player out of the game, but you pick up a very nice reward in the form of that sniper rifle. Two players, Chipsy versus, I believe it's CTN. We actually saw down in the kill feed looking there. Oh, this is a good adjustment here from Vikkstar. Was the guy playing against having the blue, you know, kind of being a bit of a nuisance towards him, but the guy who's just going kind of aiming towards is already in a scuffle. There's two players around the area. Vic needs to keep moving, get to the high ground, but look, because he's been holding his breath, taking the shots, he can't sprint at full speed. He needs to let it regen for a sec, but again, he's close to the circle. He's got the slow-moving circle on his side. If you guys don't know, obviously, the smaller the side of the circle you're on, it has to close at the same time, so it moves slower than the large slide. So here's the kills. There's Drifter going down. There's Danson going down. Again, it's coming down to the real competitive players. 36 now remain, and they've got to be careful of these extremities on the map. This is a nice battle here as well. Break, let's see what you've got. Awkward to play out, but there's that spray we're discussing. Great connection, goes back in under. Oh, Chipsy just got destroyed. That is stunning work from Break. Under the car, he knew he was going to fall back for cover. That is what it's about. He can just snap to those players, and we mentioned, you know, you've been talking about it for ages about the spray. He absolutely does the damage while the player stood there, pops out for a second time. That player thinks that he's safe. Unfortunately, the bullets, they come flying through thick and fast underneath that UAS, and he is dead. Break now, just allowed to get his bearings, get any health back that he may have lost earlier on in the game, and just really get ready for oncoming problems, because he's in the circle, but he's inside a shack, and people know there's always a cheeky beaver just waiting here. What do they call those shacks? They call them... language. Chat can help us out. Hopefully the boy shacks or something. Lyric once told me. I don't know. I wouldn't call Brave that to his face, but he can't hear me right now. So, you know, got to get it while I can. Now, the point is, he's a little low on ammo, though. 40 on the extended with 20 in the bag, but Shaq is taking down Sweater. So actually Cloud9, who are huge advocates and huge players of the third person, on coming into their own. But oh my word, that's a bit awkward, isn't it? Cars blowing up. You're in the blue as well. This guy is living outside of the circle constantly. This is a strat, sure, but it's not one that I like. The 4 times on this range is still fine. You're still good, but you need that kill and fast, and you need to go that direction. You've got to move. Ninja standing possibly in his way. He's going to keep backing up, playing it smart, playing the time, but gets caught in his heels. Look at the damage coming in.
This is dangerous. He's going to have to get some stems. He's going to have to use some meds, which he's doing now. First aid kit will come in. He's found his target. He's going to whip out his gun as well. That thing is on single fire, M16. But he does have that shotgun to turn to if this player gets super hyper-aggressive upon him. He knows he can keep this player pinched back, though. Here comes the push. Ninja moving on forward into the blue. This is super aggressive. He knows that this guy has to heal up because he's just doing so much damage to him.
Counter push. This is so nice. He's trying to use the deflate, trying to use the smoke to keep himself within cover as long as possible. Running line of sight with the tree. This is Evermore, the guy who went out to the spawn island, and he wants this frag and he needs it. Spots him on the left, looks to the right, still trying to play off that 4 times. I'm all about that third, you know, hip fire coming in almost, but we'll see if he can make it stick. He's got good gear, good loot. Another nade comes through, a little nervous, a little worried. Got to be careful now.
We will try and get that engagement back in just a second to show you guys how that one does play out, though. Several people now. Here we go. Unfortunately, 2 players. They will meet. So look how many people did just die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scoom also takes down another player. Everyone at the moment.
He's going in with a shotgun. He has to. It's now or never. He needs to land. Oh, he's done it. He's actually done it. Ninja, you've got to be gutted. And look how far out of the circle this guy is. How is he still alive? I do not know. But somehow he's still standing.
And I believe he's also got Ninja's car, so he kills him, takes his buggy, and he's going to carry on. So this is Evermore. This is the guy who started all the way up on the spawn island. He went back there, and now he's coming in for the late game. Now, the bigger question is, how many meds does he have? He's turning up to the late game, but he's turning up fully tanked up. Will he even make it? Does he have the meds to do it? His health's dropping.
He's dead.
He doesn't.
That's what you get.
After all that.
Ninja revenge from the grave. But there it is. You're going to see these kills coming back and forth now. This is going to get really, really busy. 18 alive. Very tight circle. Shots come through. Curvy Llama's doing brilliantly, by the way. I think she was coupled up with Gassy Mexican during the main tournament, but she's coming to own, taking down Sai Syndicate, for example, a well-known player, so good stuff. But there's Moleman again, the guy who went Millie Island, got the Car 98, known for that sniping ability, as I mentioned at the start. He's landing him out, headshots here and there, but we know that cover's no good. Keep moving up the hill, but there's the spot from Steve-O. Nice work there, high ground advantage, works well.
He does get his first kill on the board, but he's getting dinked up himself. I think he's going to fall down. There's someone completely just laying him. He's going to jump on the floor.
Tony, let's go.
Stoner, that's amazing. That's another kill for him. I'd like to see his POV. We can get it. Here's just creeping around on the circle side. There is a crate out there, but you're not going to be going out there because it's going to annihilate you.
Let's talk about circle play. Hayes is playing this correctly. The slow side of the circle. Didn't explain it before, but now we can. He's playing it so essentially the circle will close slowly from that aspect of it. So you get more time. You don't need to rush. You don't need to just kind of run through open ground. You can take a little bit of a second. So this is nice play in the north.
But there is a little bit of a negative side to doing that. A lot of people will also do the same.
Absolutely.
You look on that map, there are 3 people about to meet one another. I would not like to be that one person who is crunched between 2 others because they're just going to approach in. That slow side is where you want to be.
Hotted.
Still alive. How?
It depends where he pulls up now. Lex is in a battle over there. You can see them now utilizing the cover, but that's not where the circle is, and that's going to be moving in again, forcing these players to take these fights. Curvy Llama finally goes down. Hotted just locks himself in. I think Break's pretty close by to him, unless he went the other way around. And we're going to see Lex still alive. That's the LAN experience you want to see from the CS players coming through here. That card's a little vulnerable. I'd be a little cautious. The high ground is littered with players. Break's behind. You're going to see him lighting this one up soon. But Hotted is looking for that next victim.
We're now moving into your top 10, and everyone's collapsing in. The final circle has landed on the south side. Solid FPS, the only 1 player in there. Stoder's on the slow side.
Why is Hotted moving north? He's moving away from the circle just for the fight?
Potentially. I mean, he might want some points. Well, if I'm not going to win it, I'll at least take some more and grab some free points. And yeah, I agree. It's a little bit obscure. But
the pan of safety! How is he alive? Oh, Breaks punish punished him. There it is. You don't get away with that pad action for long.
Was that 3 bullets?
That was 3 dings off
Holy
the back of it. That's ridiculous.
Jesus.
But Break's still up. I think Lex is still alive too. They're further towards the south. That's the next fight probably coming in here. Break's got the cover for now, but he needs to move soonish. Spots the cross. That's probably Lex. It is. Lovely play coming out from him. Utilizing third person. I hate to say it, whether you love it, hate it, he's doing it well. 8 kills into top 7 now. This is where it gets serious. He's got good cover and good reposition. The northern players who took the slower side of the circle now need to adjust as well. But here's solid FPS coming through as well for Cloud9. He's in the battle, sprays in lovely connection too.
Picks up a 4th, and I'll tell you what, you might not like the Shacks, but Break is loving life. I believe that was 8 kills now as we move into our top 5 players. SKS, AKM in hand here as we see solid FPS. His POV does have a few meds. I think he's completely stimmed up, but he takes a bullet to the brain. Down he goes. Moman with the AKM. He is dead. See you later, my friend. And now Break is allowed to move in. Liquid Haze is also playing the circle.
He's
but
got so much
coming
cover.
in.
This is great for Break, though.
No
he can
one's
play
there.
this well. He can get whatever position he wants. He doesn't know this, obviously. He's got some free loot to pick up if he needs it, which is probably the 5.5 that he's missing right now. And he's looking only 7.6, but he can switch up to it. He's got the AK. That's fine. He's just got that geared M416. But top 3, the crunch comes in. Where's the cover going to be? Where's that next circle? This could be everything. Break's playing it well, looking around. It's to his left. It's fine. They're going to have to cross to him, and there's some rocks as a lovely spot. But I think he might have got a glimpse of one, maybe. Not sure. But again, this is what matters. Top 3. Who's left alive here? We've got Break still standing, a couple of the others, but they're mostly towards the northwestern side. Who's going to be the one to cross first? He's got the probably least distance to traverse
He's so
here.
aware of those rocks.
But here we go. Look at this. This is such a nice position as well, coming out from Haze. Liquid player here, going to move himself in as well. He's got a very short amount of distance, but he's open to 2 players. Shaka only running with a UMP. This could be an issue. He can't take long-range fights. He's got to wait for the other engagements. And oh, Haze has got to have seen Break there. He's got to have had visuals, unless somehow he missed it. No, Break's out in the open. He's got his back to the blue, but he's playing it patient. Haze, are you kidding me?
He's got to see him, surely.
But he's in the circle. He's going to let the other 2 fight it out and then pick off the victor. A smart, patient play from Haze. Let's see if he has that trigger discipline or can Break somehow do this. Shaka does have a rifle. Bodies littered everywhere. And the booster could come in. Boost up, get as many meds in you as you can, and play it out smart. Look at the patience. Break's dying to get into. You can see him chomping at the bit. Shaka prone down. But both of them need to get to the circle. Shaka can spot Break. Haze can spot both. Break will have to fight against the odds here if he fancies this.
Tank the Red Bull and let's go. Here we go then. 10 seconds now moving to that hill will begin to collapse. The circle will get tighter, but as you mentioned, only 1 player is in there. That's going to be Haze, just waiting, chilling. These players more than likely going to spot each other. 1 player, if you look at the radar, they are now looking at one another. They're actually separating. Oh, this is... Who's going to take the first hit?
Haze is going to wait. Haze will wait. He has no need to engage here. Shaka's taking damage. Break's in the engagement now as well. Taking the fight on the cross. Nice work from Break. But Haze already knows his position. Haze can open up whenever. And here it is. 4 times out. The whiffs. No, the SKS. We know it's inconsistent. You've got to land those. Break now can hear this. He knows where it's coming from. He needs the fight. He's going to take it. Nade to hand, though. This could be it.
UK on UK. Here goes the grenades. He's throwing him in. He's going to let Break just push it aggressively. Throws one.
Break's got the circle. He's got the circle on his side.
He's looking at the rocks. He doesn't know where he is. This is his POV. Oh, there we go. He finally just catches the head of him as he will now get into that cover. So, but he's still going to move. He's still going to...
He has to take the fight. He has to move this. The circle is on Break's side. He knows that. He's got cover. Limited meds on the other side. Not many boosters. Break's already into the good cover now. He can just sit back, relax, and you know he's going to deliver. Nade to the first. 30 seconds now remain. Bear in mind, there's thousands on the line for this kill. Haze only has a tree and an open road. Welcome to the highway to hell as Break is on the other side. And now we wait 20 seconds. Patience plays for both. And you can see the stim, the work coming in here from Break. He needs to just take his time. He has no need to push, no need to rush.
To do anything.
He is fine here. Haze needs to land back-to-back headshots. A level 3 helmet is still going to tank so much. It's going to be so tricky for Haze to win this. It's all in pretty much Break's hands here. A couple of shots though, he's teasing him, he's toying him, keep him in check, and here he comes, the spray. We know he's known for it. No connection yet though. Nice work from Haze. Oh, maybe he can do this. Break just takes down Hayes in the end. 11 kills. Outstanding play from the man. We know he's known for this ability. He had the circle, he had the advantage, and he has the first official victory here at Gamescom.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. TSM take first blood as we see it there on screen. Amazing stuff coming out of Brick. We knew how good this guy was going to be coming into this competition. UK on UK for the final one-on-one enclosure, though. Impressive. He did whiff a couple of shots, though. It could have gone either way.
Every other day of the week, you'd have probably seen him land that clean, but you could see a little shake. You could see a little moment, but credit to Hayes as well. He had great positioning throughout that, kept the mentality right. We saw a lot of the Mythic players doing quite well. Lex especially was definitely a highlight for me. But yeah, all in all, outstanding work from Break. I think if anyone doubted what he can do, if he said, you know, oh, he's only good at first person, oh, this and that, it's, you know, it doesn't make a difference. He's turned up and he's delivered.